All right, joining us now, James Trusty, a former Department of Justice prosecutor, a person very well versed to answer some of these questions about the report. James, thanks for being here.
Sure.
The president claiming victory, good day for him. Has he been vindicated?
Well, partially, and that's the maddening part of this process, right? I mean, if you're on the president's side of this issue, you're going to say this was a great day. But, of course, there's enough dangling out there on obstruction for people to try to make hay of it, as the Democrats obviously are.
But if it was going anywhere, surely the result of this investigation would have been some sort of further indictment with regard to obstruction, and they couldn't find it, and therefore no action was taken.
Right. They could actually have written a report that said, look at all these facts, some public, some private. We think they add up to obstruction, but we're not the ones to indict. They could have teed it up and made it an absolute blueprint for impeachment or indictment, but they didn't do that. They said there's thorny issues about criminal intent here, and I think they're right.
Thorny issues. Can Congress actually act on any of this now that they're wanting to see the report? They'll look at it. Can Congress actually take any action legally?
Right. I mean, look, there's a divide between the political and the legal. So legally, there's no bar at all to using this information, doubling it up, bringing in people to testify, and trying to mount an impeachment offensive. Practically, obviously, there's some political costs that could be associated with that. And a lot of people that were once big fans and drawing red lines around Rod Rosenstein and Bob Mueller and Attorney General Barr are now suddenly finding nefarious things about them.
What's interesting to me, reading in the report, I haven't read all 448 pages. However, there is a sense that the president was angry at times. He was trying to get people on his team to do things that they said, you can't do that. He was acting on emotion. They didn't carry through. You could say he was trying to obstruct something, but it would never carry through, so that's no obstruction.
Right. Look, I mean, I've read it twice now. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I haven't read it, the whole thing, but there's a couple of things that stand out. And the one is that the president was reacting emotionally and with a lot of vigor when there were bad news days and accusations. But a lot of it's public. So I think that part right off the bat, to prove criminal intent beyond a reasonable doubt when he's yelling into the Twitterverse, is pretty implausible, pretty unlikely. Then there's also the fact that when he would tell underlings, hey, go do this, go do that, they would kind of look at him and say, calm down, boss, and they'd put it off for a few minutes and they wouldn't do it. So this is a pretty difficult, academic, almost threadbare obstruction case if you're really trying to put it to a jury and prove it beyond a reasonable doubt.
So we're now going to have Bill Barr, the Attorney General, and Mueller himself go before Congress. Bill Barr saying, I'm happy for Bob Mueller to go in front of Congress. Those are going to be some interesting hearings, and I'm sure, from your perspective, they're going to hold their own, aren't they?
Well, look, I don't know either of them personally, but I know what I've seen. I know what their reputations are. I know they're serious law enforcement people that have been at it for an entire career. So I suspect that when they're faced with the cross-examination you get from Congress, which is generally a long speech and maybe a random question mark at the end, they'll hold their own. They know what they're doing. They're going to be pretty strong witnesses, I suspect.
We heard strongly from Democrats. Look at Bill Barr. He's out there. He's acting as the president's personal attorney. He's putting a spin on this before we've even had a chance to really get into the details, even though they'll claim, of course, too much was redacted. Did Bill Barr do anything wrong by holding that press conference today and giving his summation?
Yeah, I mean, look, my view is the politics are going to be the politics. You're going to have people that decide that Barr is suddenly the Antichrist. You're going to have other people that say, look how horrible the facts are for President Trump. But I think generally there's just a feeling of relief that it's over. And we're skipping over the biggest headline that nobody cares about anymore, which is that the Russians, as this documents very well, absolutely we're kind of at war with our electoral system, and they're capable of a lot of mischief there. And so it's kind of amazing to me that we've blown past that because all we want to do is fight over the burden of proof when it comes to the obstruction.
Right. Well, hopefully we can move on. James, thanks so much for being here today. Really appreciate it.